Welcome back to um, another episode of Right Now Leaders. Um, this is where we just come together, have a conversation, talk about life, talk about careers, and how we can leave little nuggets of wisdom for those that come after us. I am excited to bring back two lovely young ladies that I admire, that I respect, and they have a very special way of teaching me a thing or two. So, welcome back to Joelle and Taylor, and yo, let's have a conversation.
Let's do
Wait,
it.
first and foremost, how you guys doing?
We're doing
Doing
good.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
How are you?
I'm blessed, highly favored, doing great. Um, Still processing the previous episodes in that conversation. I think today we're going to talk about something, even though what we're doing right here is worthwhile. It's actually kind of funny because it's more along the line for me of a nice little pivot, and it's about skill stacking and how we are using some of our leadership traits and skills to build upon something not only within our careers, but maybe something else that you may be passionate about and will allow you to earn supplemental income. You know, the side hustle or something
Yes.
like that. So that's literally how I ended up with what we see right here, right now. I love my job. I love what I do, but I still obviously have something to say, and that way we're going to just turn it into something that will be worthwhile for those that wish to tune into what we are talking about. So that's where we are. Are you
Awesome.
ready?
Ready.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's my question? Wait, what did I say the topic was? Oh, skill
Skill
set.
stacking.
Come on, memory. Come on.
You got
Come
it.
on. I got it. So when you hear the terminology of skill stacking and how it impacts you in your professional and personal, what comes to mind?
Whew. Think for me specifically in technology, certifications are our biggest thing.
Okay.
My job requires you to get a certification every year to keep up with the new trends. Specifically in technology, things are ever changing, like we talked in the previous episode. I mean, when I first started in my internship, the big word was the cloud. Everyone was talking about the cloud. Think Salesforce,
That's true.
AWS, all that stuff. That was 3 years ago. Now the cloud is still, everyone still has it, but now the new buzzword is AI. So just in 3 years, if you were only specializing in the cloud, you're already left behind. So you have to stay up with these trends and stay just inquisitive of what's going on and just being open to what's happening, being adaptable, ready to focus in on the new thing. So I think that my job really is specific in getting all those certifications, not all of them, but ones that really can apply to you in the type of work that you're doing and what's happening in the future too. So trying to stay on top of that while also doing your day-to-day job is what we see as skill stacking, and then the other basics, right? Communication, making a presentation, storytelling, all of that stuff. It all blends into this ideal employee in my role.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Storytelling.
Yes.
I think we all have a story to tell. How do we communicate that? Whatever story we have to share, how do we communicate that so those that are listening will be able to capture moments or mental notes and how they can better themselves? I think for the way that my mind is wired, I always want to make sure that in sharing my experience, good, bad, or indifferent, someone is able to gather something or just gain something from it. So is that what we're talking about?
That, and then also just giving presentations at work. You know, someone asked for you to give a quarterly earnings report. You just have an Excel file, but you don't want to just share an Excel file to the CFO. They don't have enough time to go through it and look at all those details. You can give them something with just like a couple of graphs, like you were mentioning in your previous project, a couple of visuals, giving that in a story, and just high level. Give me the quick points. Sometimes you need to really simplify things to get it across if you only have 5 minutes to share with leadership or stuff like that. So you might be working on this, week and a half long project, doing all the data analysis, but the end goal is not, they don't want to see everything that you did. They want the quick points. So translating all that work that you did into a quick story is a skill, and it takes a lot of time to really hone. And they say it a lot with people, technical people don't really have that skill. It's very creative and artistic in a way, and people do struggle with that. So at my job, they have storytelling sessions all the time just to get the technical people really focused in on that work, because it is crucial.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Skill stacking to me, it's combination of things. I would say education, also certificates, like you said. I've done a lot of certificates in real estate. Did a lot of courses like Argus. That's a real estate kind of financial modeling thing that I still have to take a test for. But yeah, also what else? Yeah, there's also many like student-oriented courses that I take in order to better my knowledge in real estate. So also, and also just being well-rounded, doing volunteer work, things that can just better you as a person, and also kind of your personal traits like that. Like, you don't wake up one day and say, oh, I want to volunteer. Like, that's something that's kind of like in you. Like, unless you're going to jail and you need like volunteer hours. But
You're forced to.
yeah,
You're told.
You're forced. But yeah, that's kind of what skill stacking means to me. Just your overall like personality that helps you in the workplace and also your personal life.
Okay. How do you guys think one can take ownership in their own development? I know you alluded to, certifications. How can they be more, I guess, proactive with trying to see or realize a better version of themselves? And that's either personal or professional.
Yeah, I'll start. Yeah. I mean, you have to be determined to want better for yourself, I feel like. Also, I'll never not say books. There's so many books for anything anybody wants to do. Acting books, real estate books, finance books, stock books, trading books. Like, there's just so many books in this world that is resources for anything that anybody wants to do in life. So I would say, if you want to take ownership of your path, I mean, God's plan, but there is a lot of ways to move forward in life. Education. If you can't do education, there's a lot of trade schools like that only take not that much money and not that much time to do. Also, like certificates, licensing programs. So there's a lot of ways that I did that too. I take many courses throughout the year in real estate while I'm still young, because they'll kick me out of these student courses soon enough. So just, and also with that networking as well, being able, I know we talked in the last video episode, just talking about, not being scared to talk to the people around you. And so that's taking ownership. Any little thing that you do that you're better just 1% the next day, that can help you in the long run.
Yeah. I think that there's also small wins you can do too. Like talking about the book thing, I use my library card. I am there.
Come on, library card.
I'm such a big supporter. So I try to do, one sort of new book that I'm not really interested in, but I know I could learn something. I just recently got a book on the history of Spotify and how it's completely changing the music industry. I like music and I use Spotify, so maybe I'll learn something new. Then I get one that's really aligned to my work. So that's the professional book, looking more into AI, And then I just do a third one, just a fun book. Three things that I try to just give me balance, and I'll always learn something new and take that into my day to day, wherever it may be. It's just a quick little thing. Also, reading newsletters. It's a great resource to just get quick little information, new things to learn, and you can just take that on a walk, on the train, however you consume your media, stuff like that. Podcasts like this, anything, just I got you. And it's a great way to just get information. And there's so many resources out there. We all have these mini computers in our pocket. Use them. It's all there for you.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. So it's a pivot, but not, because technically you just alluded to
Okay.
probably a question that I wanted to ask, because I even have to think outside the box as it relates to how I receive information and how I go research. How did you learn or accept just evolving outside of your job description?
I think I didn't really have a choice.
Ah,
Yeah. Like the scenario earlier, going from cloud to AI, I had about a year and a half break from my internship and when I started full time. And they would send out emails saying, hey, just try and upskill a little bit, do some research on what AI is, how it works, how you can train a model. And I ignored it. It was my senior year of college. I was just trying to, hang out.
get it.
Then I come full time, and then the new thing is AI. And I had to, and that my job description at that point was just data analytics.
Okay.
I didn't have the and AI part. So I was good at the data analytics part, and I get there and there's an AI component. I'm in these meetings with people and I'm like Googling at the same time while trying to talk. I'm like, yeah, guys, So I had to take extra time in my day to outside of my work hours, using the weekend to do that upskilling. So there are times where you're just going to have to put in that extra work that's outside of your job description and really work towards that stuff. But it's just going to happen organically. It's not necessarily looking out for the next big thing. It's just sometimes the next big thing happens to you, and you gotta be there to make up for it.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably say the same thing. Like, you really don't have a choice with evolving when times are changing so quickly. But everything, when you're, I don't know, when you're applying for a job, because that's where I am right now, like, you have to be able to give the best version of yourself that you can in order to get HR's attention. So, and you can't lie. I mean, you can, but it's not gonna get you far when you actually get there and you can't do the work. But yeah, I would say that I have to, like I said, do certificates, do things out of the box that I might have not thought about when I got out of college. But it's just much more than college, because like we said before, college is only gonna get you so far because you need experience. So, like, I just feel like, yeah, we have to do some other things, read some books, do some certifications. I paid for college and paid for a lot of courses as well. So the paying's never done, I would say, to kind of better your situation and then also get that job you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's also a continuous learning mindset that you just have to have. You're always going to be learning. You don't just get out of school and then, okay, I'm done. No, there's always something new that you just have to learn about and keep going with. And having that mindset makes it just that much easier to continue that learning. And I try my best to do that. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to do school anymore. But you do have to. There's school is everywhere. School is your life now. It's not just the same structure that you had for those 12 years before, but it's a little different, and you still have to go through that.
Well, to that point, just think about, or if you have an answer to this, what is one underrated skill that you have that has had a very positive impact on your career journey?
Whew.
Wow.
I know this one right off the bat.
Go ahead.
It's conflict resolution.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hold it. You okay?
In real estate, you need to know. I mean, anywhere, everywhere, because humans are humans. Conflict resolution has saved my life, probably. Like, just being able to know how to talk to someone. Like we said, communication's everything. You have to be able to get someone to receive what you're saying at the level that they're at. You can't say how you would want to say it. You have to say how they're going to receive it. And also being able to, when things are hostile, you need to be able to turn it back down. You need to be able to, bring the tone down, bring everybody.
De-escalate.
Exactly. You gotta learn, even when everybody's up here, you gotta be that middle ground. That's okay, we can do that. I've had to do a lot of conflict resolution in real estate, property management, showing people apartments, just people being unhappy. It shows up all the time. So, I would say that goes into community service.
Yeah.
It's serious.
Okay.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a very good one.
I like that one. I think for me, it's kind of similar, but dealing with different personalities, different people. I worked in retail in high school and college, and I think that opened me up to a lot of different types of people and how people react in different situations. And I carry that into my corporate life, dealing with clients, because it's basically the same thing. It's client services in a way, retail and consulting. There are some strong personalities. Some people you have to bring down a notch. Some people you'd be like, hey, let's get the work done. So being able to find that happy medium with people and to get to that end goal, it does take some work. But if you're able to read people in a way and get them to keep moving forward, I think that's a skill in itself and a really good one to have.
Yeah, I will also say that being calm when everyone else is going crazy, it makes everyone look crazy. Honestly, it makes everyone look crazy, and you it makes them kind of take a step back. Oh, maybe I'm doing too much.
Yeah, maybe it's not that serious.
Yeah, maybe it's not that serious. So, yeah, I would say that's also important too.
Yeah, that's funny you bring that up because I am famous or infamous for just sitting back and watching people. And unfortunately, my body language and facial expressions dictates the whole conversation. Because I'm like, are you really acting up right now?
Yeah.
For what? Now, what have you gathered from this? Come on now. For real?
Yeah.
It's okay, all right. So to that point, why is the ability to be able to pivot in the face of adversity so critical?
Whew.
You've been doing a lot of breathing with my questions.
Because it's always reminding me of meetings that I've been in. Just I wish we did this instead of continue on this path.
Exactly.
But I think the ability to pivot is so important because people will just go on this tangent and completely lose track of what we're really talking about. We started at point A, now we're all the way to Z. How do we get back to A? Right? This meeting already had a set agenda. We were talking about X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3. Now everyone's fighting, talking about something else. It's we still have our job to do at the end of the day. Let's go back to what we're talking about. And I think that again comes with experience and knowing people and the conflict resolution. And it's this whole big mesh of skills that's required. It's skill stacking in one skill. It takes a lot, but it's so important. It's so important.
It really is.
I definitely agree.
I want to stress even more the importance of pivoting. I have one personal and one professional. So, story.
Story time.
So I was late, very late to a showing. It doesn't matter why I was late, but I was very late to a showing, and the woman texted me. She was like, very upset, giving me, basically reprimanding me in these text messages. I was already having a bad day though. It was a bad day. That was the day I put my 2 weeks in. It was a bad day. So I'm like, I understand. See you soon. Okay, so that's not what I wanted to say. I wanted to say, why do you think you can do this? Anyway, so I get there and I'm like, hi, hello, how are you? And she's like, yeah, I'm not good. And I'm like, okay, well, here's the apartment. It's just being able to, when they're trying to pull you in, you just, deal with what's at hand because, things still have to get done. Now I have a personal one when my friend, she went somewhere. It was supposed to be a short trip, The way that she should have pivoted is the reason why she ended up in jail. So.
Oh my.
I know. And it was like everybody was telling you to do this, do that, but she didn't pivot. She didn't pivot. And so she ended up in jail. That was the storyline. She ended up in jail. So yeah, this was recently. This was last week. So I know, yeah.
Hot off the press.
Oh my.
But yeah,
Okay.
and it's crucial. It is really crucial. Things don't get done. You end up in jail. Work. Somehow you don't have a job. It's just pivoting. Yeah, is important. Sometimes you don't end up with friends anymore. It's just when and you're able to de-escalate, things just go better than how it could have been. There's like different timelines, multiverses. Yeah, when you pivot, you avoid these different timelines.
Come on. So my follow-up then would be literally from a professional and personal, when or how do we really understand or identify the red flags? Like, they're right there in front of you. However,
I think it's a bit of trusting your gut. If you see that first sign of a red flag and you start to question, don't just be like, oh, it was a one-off thing. That happened to me in my job. There was someone that I was working with directly, and there was a stressful time that we were at, and she kept calling my phone directly. We have Teams, we have email, we have all that, but she was calling me, which is a bit of a boundary that shouldn't be crossed. Again, a way of protecting my peace. Only my friends and family have my phone number, but we had a work thing. Okay, she had my phone number. Anyway, she's calling me, asking me to do stuff for her, but it's very trivial things. Sending out a meeting invite, sending out an email, stuff like that. And I was like, okay, maybe she's having a bad day, me giving people grace, whatever. The day ended, and I thought that was the end of it. She kept doing it for weeks at a time. Then I had to have a very difficult conversation, said, hey, this is not going to work. I'm noticing some trends, and this is affecting now my work experience. When it affects my work, then the work doesn't get done for the client. Pivoting it back to what everybody's end goal is. Getting the work done for the client. She ends up being like, yeah, I get it. Okay, sure. She does it a little bit now, but she definitely learned her lesson. But again, that me noticing a red flag, I should have brought it up earlier.
okay.
To have to pivot it in a way that makes it the end goal for the client. Like, how do we all come to an agreement that we're getting the same thing done? And then we all got on the same page, but it's like, I kick myself because I know I should have brought it up earlier. Like, why are you calling me? Like, this is not how we work. This is not how the team operates.
Right.
But I should have known, and it's a lesson that I will take for the rest of my career. Once I see that first sign, just keep note of it. You don't have to necessarily raise it up immediately, but if it happens, a couple of days at a time, be like, okay, maybe we need to sit down and have a conversation. Don't let things sit for months, years at a time, because that red flag will become the norm. And that's just how you guys are going to have that working relationship or personal relationship. Raise it up. You see a red flag, remember that.
Well, just learning how to go with that feeling, that intuition is a
Yeah,
skill
definitely.
within its own.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oof. I could tell some stories, but definitely, yeah. Okay, okay. Um, wow. So you guys are technically in different phases of your careers right now. What do you guys think you need to do from a research or just a personal reflection? What you need to do for the next phase or the next step to advance?
Oh yeah, I'll go. Since I'm fake adult, you're stop that. So, yeah, I mean, even when I have my jobs, I continue to take courses. I'm always looking for more knowledge because there's so much knowledge in the world. I don't know if we'll ever be able to grasp it all. But
Sure.
yeah, so I continue to do that. I think also I'm on LinkedIn applying to jobs every single day. I'm also networking every single day, talking with people. Even we got a network right here. She told me about that. She can get me in contact with some people. So it's that too. It's just waking up every day and kind of, having the same goal in mind that I want a job in real estate and I want to be happy. So, excuse me. I definitely, just keep going. Like the day I give up is the day I feel like it's all over. Like, so yeah. But, I also have a support system that won't let me give up. So yeah. So definitely like two sides of the coin for sure.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm kind of going through this now. I'm in a bit of an I don't know phase, which I've never been through. I think growing up, especially in the Black community, there's always the next step. You know what the
Always.
next step is. You're in high school, you're getting ready for college. You're in college, you're getting ready for a job. Now I'm at the job. No one ever told me about what's after that. So I think that I'm taking a lot of moments of reflection on my career and my experiences that I've had, figuring out what I like, what I don't like, what are those non-negotiables, what can I, tolerate at the end of the day. So typically in consulting, people do 2 to 5 years. It's sort of like a stepping stone to go into a specific industry that they're interested in or a specific line of work. And I'm just around at that 2 year mark.
Okay.
So trying to figure out what's next, but I'm taking a lot of time talking to my network at my job, talking to my family, and just trying to figure out what I want to do. I know I want to stay for a little longer, but for me to stay, I have to continue doing that upskilling, getting my certifications, staying up with the latest trends. And I'm comfortable doing that for now, but I know that there is a next step that I have to get to, but that next step is completely charted by me, which has never really happened before. There's always been a plan, I felt. Now it's Taylor's decision, and that's different. It's okay, but it's different.
And that's okay.
Yeah,
And that's
That's
okay.
adult thing.
That's it.
very adulting.
Adult thing.
That's fair. So
Yeah.
so and to your point, because you're doing the proper, going through the proper steps, you definitely want to be ready
Yeah,
as opposed to always getting ready.
right.
So you definitely want to be ready because you're going to get to that point where something's going to come up that just piques your interest. And you definitely want to be prepared. I distinctly, I have a couple of my friends, they're like, yo, be careful when you engage with early because he's always going to ask what's next.
Yeah.
A question that I technically can't even answer for myself,
Right.
but it just so happens this was what's next. And I didn't even see it coming. Did not even see it coming. But it's exciting because the opportunities are endless.
Right. And there's comfort in that. That
Exactly.
really helps.
Yes.